Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Of course, it is the Daily Dose, and of course, it's Sunday, my day off. But anyway, we can't go a day without some Dynasty Scrolls. And honestly, I feel like a lot of people are starting to hit me up. They're starting to notice some things going on with the Celebrate Festival. And that's because, lo and behold, the Generation 5 heroes have finally arrived in most of the global servers. China's already had them for a while now, but for the rest of us, we've had to wait, salivate, plan, plot, scheme, try and hoard as much gold as humanly possible, knowing that eventually the limited hero event and the Celebrate Festival would appear, and of course, the glorious man himself, the one and only Lubu, taking the front and center of this, I guess, picture event. Of course, we are not going to not cover this, but before we do jump into it, make sure if you're new or visiting, you hit that subscribe, like, notification button or the dislike button, depending on how you feel on the day, and make sure you stay tuned for the follow-up content. We will, of course, be covering what happened with the arms race. I know that some people were a little bit upset about, I want to say, the ending of it. So if anyone is a little bit confused, there is always a timer that tells you when the actual server event ends and when the cross server event ends and when the event itself ends. Now, trust me, it does get confusing. I always get confused. I'm like, so when's the server event end? When's the cross server event end? Yada yada yada. Basically, this server event goes for a couple of days. And it will tell you on the screen when it ends. Then you have a cross server event which goes for exactly one day, and that's pretty much just for the whales and the megs to get some additional rewards. And then after that, when the entire event ends, basically that's when you have to spend all your shit. Pretty much that's it. So there are a couple of tiers here, and it doesn't matter. We'll just continue. We'll add the merit. Ranking has ended as it possibly has already told me. It doesn't really make any difference to me whatsoever. We're just going to spend that and grab some additional resources. Of course, there's the leaderboard. I think you're only limited to picking 3 heroes. So naturally, we want to pick Ven's because Ven got into the top 3. Well done, Ven. Axel got into the top 10. So I think we're going to pick him as well. Come on, buddy. And it might let me pick it or it might glitch out. No, it let me pick it. Fantastic. Sometimes on the leaderboard, it won't let you pick like these ones. Oh, it actually does. There you go. That's so weird. Last time it didn't let me pick 6. It only let me pick 5. Or maybe it was a glitch. Who knows? Someone did mention it. But anyway, now we've got that sorted. Am I going to potentially purchase anything from the shop this time around? Now that the Gen 5s are out, I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait and see. My plan is waiting and seeing in terms of the superior or the gold merit badges. As for like the gold purchases, nah, we're gonna skip on that. I figure we could maybe make some progress here if we want to with the silver badges and the bronze badges. So, what do we need? We don't really need any of you. We do need more of you, so let's grab that. Honestly, we're okay. We're okay with equipment at the moment. Relics aren't that fantastic. We'll just grab some of you anyway. Kind of leaves me with the beast pills. When in doubt, buy peace pills for late game players, you know what I mean? I think we can buy some of these ones out though, because I'm running a little bit low on the pills and these ones. And you know what? I'm probably running a little bit low on you as well. How many have we got? 5? Yeah, we should just grab you. Alright, I think that's enough. We're still pretty much tapped out in terms of bronze and, of course, silver badges. The gold badges do not expire, so don't worry. Only these these currencies expire, and as you can see, I can't purchase anymore. Anyway, but make sure you're snagging those. Don't miss out on some additional resources, particularly if you'd like to, of course, build some more things like that. I think we all know we don't need to do any of that. I wish there was a way to toggle off the red buttons, not gonna lie. Sometimes it triggers me when I look at it and go, hmm, what do you want me to do? What do you really want me to do, game? If you haven't already done it, make sure you hit up the questionnaire and don't miss out on the free, I believe it was 600 gold this time for the questionnaire. It'll link you through to like a spreadsheet. Just answer truthfully, give them some feedback, tell them to make PB a content creator already. That would be fantastic. Shameless plug there. But seriously, you should say that in the comment section. But anyway, moving on to what everybody is waiting for, Celebrate Festival. Now, I'd like to preface this outside of every sort of disclaimer, disclosure that I want to say on any particular game. I do not promote spending at any stage. However, I must reiterate the only way to build a Generation 5 hero through the celebration event is to spend real money. I'll say that once more. The only way to build a full hero is to spend money through a celebrate event. Okay, so for the free to players and everybody else in between, you cannot get a Lubu, you cannot get a Chow Chow without spending money in this event. Now that is just something that I have to clarify every single time because people ask how do you get it, and that's absolutely fine. But I would like to reiterate, you cannot actually get this for free. So the only way to buy these is to buy the shards, and that's going to cost you gold. Thankfully, we passed on the blue blade, so we can get the 55 shards. That's interesting. I like the fact that you can get the moon fan. How much is that going to cost me? 25 shards of you for 5k gold. I actually will purchase that. I need to get an extra 300 gold, but I will be purchasing that just to get on top of the moon fan. I want to build that for Daochan. So that's not a bad buy. If anyone's interested, that is not a terrible buy. Is there anything else worth buying for gold except for the beast pills? Probably the beast pills, I'd say, are the only other item you'd want to pay for gold here. Um, yes, but this is a must buy. This chest here is a must buy. We'll, of course, go into the heroes in a second, but we need to cover everything, right? So, the mission based events, we've got the premium summons for some turkey legs. We've got the daily quest, kind of similar to the last one, literally 2 days ago. We had this. Nothing has changed in terms of that, but obviously, premium recruitment for some turkey drumsticks. You'll get you actually get quite a lot. You actually get quite a lot of premium drumsticks. Hmm. Who wants to see me summon out 50 of these bad boys? Let's do it. We've got 66 left anyway, so we might as well give it a crack. I think we were aiming for Shu last time I checked. Last time I checked, we were aiming for Shu for what did we want for the combos? Combo. Just let me scroll, game. Let me scroll. Come on, let me scroll. What did we need for you? We needed Huang Zhong. Old mate Huangi. Huangi the man. We needed him. Before I forget, let's drag you and put you there. So he is in shoes, so let's go. Let's grab that. Of course, we need to get the free premiums. Don't miss out on this. I'm going to keep saving them for a massive rebate. Yeah. Okay, close that. Let's draw you as well. Wait, was that the right one? That was the wrong one, damn it. Go back already. Game. Not very intuitive at all. Yeah, but in terms of this, let's go. Can I purchase one of you? I can. Let's get it. I'm gonna save up for like a massive. I don't know what we're gonna call it, summoning event. But anyway, let's jump into this. Let's go to a faction. Let's go Shu Nation. So we need to do this as 6 times. Let's go. Actually, 5 times. I think it's 5 times, right? It's 5 times. Yeah, or until we get at least the one that we need. I think it's not that guy. It's not that guy. Okay, let's do another one. Honestly, I just want drumsticks this time around for the Man, we're getting Zhang Wei, but we're not getting the guy that we want. Old mate Hua Zhong. Wei Yan, man, we're going to be able to upgrade you for sure. I need drumsticks so I can do the epic weapons. I want to upgrade the twin blades. All right, just so I don't go over. Let's make sure that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so one more pull. One more pull. Let's go with you, Shoe Nation, yet again. Do a 10 bomb. Man, we chewed through the premiums. Wow. Wei Yang, is it a sign that you want me to convert over to the Wei, the this nation, the Shoe Nation? Anyway. Alright, so we did that rebate, that's fine, that's fantastic. We needed those turkey drumsticks. Ooh, juicy 153. That's going to get us quite a lot. But in terms of drop rates, of course, you need to do your dailies as well. It is RNG based, so don't get frustrated if you can't get the juicy chicken legs from that. Of course, the veggies are probably the easiest one simply by participating in story mode. Not that version, but by this version, I mean. Basically, you want to go in here and blitz like crazy. We'll give you a demonstration, of course. How many did we get? Does it tell us how many we got? Probably not. That's odd. It should have. You know what? That should have a It should have a tally. Not gonna lie, it should have a tally. How many did we get? We got one out of blitzing. Interesting. Well, that sucks. Okay. Anyway, you still need to do your blitzes. You still need to do your staminas. I think that's pretty much everything we need to talk about the Celebrate Festival. But now everybody is curious. Everybody wants to know about the limited heroes. And naturally, that's exactly what we're going to go into next. Limited heroes. Yep, Gen 5. Here we go. So starting out strong, we have got Chow Chow. Like every other hero, you still need 120 of them. But let's read what they do. Heavenly Hack deals damage to all enemies. Magic damage variety. It targets if target is frozen, normal attack breaks frozen and deals heavy damage. Okay. So that makes sense. So basically his active skill, his rage ability, deals magic damage to all enemies, 35% chance to inflict unmovable frozen for 2 rounds. Chow Chow's normal attack breaks frozen and deals an extra 10% max HP damage to the target. Does not exceed 300% of target's attack or caster's attack, of course, and reduces all enemy damage bonus by 15% for 2 rounds. This guy is probably one of the most broken units in the game to date, and as much as people would yell and scream at me by saying this, I'd say probably needs to be adjusted slightly to be. The thing is, when you have like really OP heroes, it pigeonholes what players are going to invest in. Personally, I'm going to get him as my transformation. My instead of going for Lu Bu for the Han Nation, I'm going to get Chow Chow as my transformation. He'll be my first legendary one. Of course, unless they do super SPs by the time I actually accrue enough merit badges to do that. But either way, he's on the board. He's on the top of my list in terms of transformation charms because he's that good. He's that good at CCing. He's that good at just basically controlling a team and doing some pretty nasty damage to them as well. Combined with all of everybody else on your team, you pretty much got it in the bag. Now, there are counters to him, of course. There are charms and abilities that remove CC effects. It's natural, right? There's always going to be a counter nation to every nation, and this is probably where stargazing becomes a lot more beneficial. As you can see, as the star levels progress on these heroes, the chances and damage they do exponentially increase. At 7 star, Chow Chow deals 20% max HP damage, and he has a 45% chance to inflict immovable, and he still attacks all the fucking enemies and does a massive damage debuff when the target's basically been broken. So, ciao ciao, you broke the game. Anyway, moving on, we've got Guan Yu for the Shu Nation. Don't really know too much about Guan Yu. I know I like playing him on Dynasty Heroes, but I don't know what he does on Dynasty Scroll, so let's have a look. His Crescent Cut deals physical damage to the front row. Nice. He does physical damage to enemies. Yep. He ignores 30% defense. Alright. Cool if it was 100% defense. After Rage Attack, so his active ability, gain Master of War status for 2 rounds, becoming immune to stun and silence, with a 60% chance to gain 4 rage, and all allies gain 15% damage reduction for 2 rounds. Ooh. I mean, immune to stun and silence is not terrible. Stun and silence. There are a lot of units that like to stun and silence, and Dao Chan's fan springs to mind when we're talking about the CC ability of silence. Of course, Dao Chan herself does silence, whereas a lot of Wei Nation heroes do stuns. Karkadan does stuns. Very interesting. Now, if they tweak this just a little bit and included freeze or immovable, I'd say Guan Yu might have a place in my heart for against Chow Chow. But let's have a look to see if that actually increases at 7 star. If he also gains that, no, he just becomes immune for Sun and Silence. Okay, so he doesn't really get any additional immunities, which is fine. He does quite a lot. He ignores 60% defense, nice. And of course, he does a boost to damage resistance to all allies for 2 rounds. So he makes him super tanky. Overall, not a bad hero. Let's have a look at you. Zhao Yu, my favorite hero of the Wu Nation on Dynasty Heroes. What a badass. Look at it, looks like a sword, but I feel like it's a musical instrument. I'm confused and dazzled at the same time. Normally he plays a lira in Dynasty Heroes, which is interesting. Anyway, enough being distracted by the animations. So Warflame deals magic damage to all enemies. Pretty cool. Okay, everything's nice when it's AoE based. But of course, what does he do? He does a burning of Chibi. I think that was a city or something like that. Who knows? Deals magic damage to all enemies and inflicts unremovable burn. Fuck. Unremovable burn. I wonder if there's a counter to that. Reducing their HP to 60% of the caster's attack. This damage ignores defense. Very nice. I assume that's the burning. I assume the burning's the one that ignores all defense, not the actual attack itself. Every round for 2 rounds, 20% chance to inflict stun for 1 round. Triggers fire deity. If target is already burning, deal additional magic damage. All allies gain damage reduction for 2 rounds. Pretty nasty. I could see a lot of people going with a Wei Wu or a Shu combination, like a mixed sort of bag of tricks to maximize damage and CC abilities. He'd be pretty nasty with Chow Chow on his team as well if you were a Wu Nation. Think about that, burning everybody, making them immovable, then throwing out more burns on them to make them fucking die even quicker. That'd be pretty nasty. Anyway, I like my own little commentary when it comes to shit that I don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, 7 star. It does. What does it do? Does it do anything different? Has a 50% chance to extend burn effect for 1 round. Okay, that's pretty good. So it even increases the duration in which the target continues to be burnt. All right, so I think that goes. Is that fire deity though? No, I think burn. I think it's just the status of being burnt is extended by 1 round. Hmm. Yeah, he's pretty nasty. Although, let's be honest, by the time you're building him, I'd say it's going to take a very, very long time to kill targets because you're depending on burns and, like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like poison and burns are a little bit of a it's a big smag of tricks because they're not really bursty. You really have to depend a lot on being able to control the enemy and being able to layer enough burns or poison effects on them to kill them quickly enough. It, hmm. Who knows? What do you reckon, Woo Nation? Do you need more bursty heroes? Do you have bursty heroes? What do you think about Zhao Yu? Now, Lu Bu, my favorite, the one and only, the best hero in the game. Absolutely not biased at all. uh, I'm happy. I'm very happy that he's appeared. I'm gonna have to spend money on him. But anyway, deals 123% of physical damage to a column of enemies. He has an ability called Overpowered. So anything called Overpowered, you know it's overpowered. Deals 331% physical damage to an enemy column. Okay, alright. At the start of the battle, gain Flying General, immune to rage reduction before first action. So it's a guaranteed, basically, it's guaranteed active first round. First, a rage attack damage increased by 50%. Jeez Wheeze. If target is below self, deal an additional 3,000 target. If target's attack is lower than Lu Bu's attack, deals an additional 300% physical damage. If target's attack is above self, 30% chance to inflict stun for 1 round. Total accuracy rate increased by 20% for 2 rounds. That's a lot to take in. I know why people say he's insanely powerful. Let's go. Let's go. Physical damage to an enemy is increased, but now you have first attack has 100% extra crit and 50% crit strength. It just keeps getting better and better. At the start of the battle, of course, we've got Flying General. You're immune to rage. First rage attack, damage increased by 100% if target, and then you use 600% physical damage. What in the world? You really want to build this guy purely attack based, of course. Unfortunately, I can't think of any artifacts that give pure attack. We're going to have to check that out. We are going to have to check that out. If target attack is above self, it still has a 6% chance to stun for 1 round. Now, I know this is column damage though. Imagine if this was AoE. Break the game. If this was AoE, if he hit every single target, think of the possibilities. Anyway, I think he is definitely a very, very broken hero in terms of what he can do. I'm going to enjoy it immensely building this guy. I will, of course, have to preface and say that it is up to the individual, but SP5 or Generation 5 heroes seem to be pretty much in line with Chow Chow or Lu Bu. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video thus far, but I would like to delve into the murky realities though to build this guy. If you're from Australia, if you're from America, it's going to change. Europe, obviously Asia. Depending on your exchange rate, you're still going to need quite a lot of shards to get to build this guy. So you got 55 shards by spending the gold, which still leaves you with around 65 required. To get 65 shards, well, you're only going to get 60 shards from 120 of these lamb steaks. So that's $154 for me. That's me out of pocket, $154. And I still don't have enough to buy the Lu Bu copy. So yeah, it starts to get ridiculously expensive. So I think the only way around that is to buy some of these cheaper packages. God's Blessing generally has a pretty good package that will be around 130 lamb steaks for roughly $150. So I'm going to have to wait and see whether or not I want to invest in that, and whether or not it appears. But I would strongly recommend it. If you do spend, to spend wisely and focus on the God's blessings as they appear. I expect that a bigger God's blessing will appear at some point today or tomorrow. So I'm going to have to wait for that one to pop up. But Yeah, just so you know, it is going to cost a lot of players around 150 to potentially even $160, $70, $80, depending on what nation you are, to get the full copy of Lu Bu or Chow Chow or Guan Yu or Zhao Yu. Okay, so unfortunately, that's the reality we live in. Now, I personally am going to be waiting for when the limited hero appears. It may not appear soon. It may not actually have like any of the Gen 5 in it when it does appear. I hope they've changed that. I hope they break the trend. For those that have been saving up some of your tokens, fantastic. For those that haven't, I think Billionaire event is going to be the next one up. So obviously, hopefully we can make some progress with Billionaire. We've got some 31 dice. I need to keep saving my gold. I do want to buy out the shards though for the Moon Fan. All these things that I want to do. I don't know. I can't remember if I spun or not. I think I spent my tokens already for the limited heroes. I can't find them. So I imagine I've already spent those, which is fine. It is what it is. But obviously, we're going to have to be waiting for the limited hero event. Let's just pop two of these to see if we get lucky. Hey, we got an Ascension Stone. I'll take that any day of the week. But yes, in general, I'd say maybe start to think about saving your gold up for the limited hero event for when, of course, the Gen 5s appear. Even if they don't appear, you still need to buy the legendary tokens. You can get 40 for 12k gold. It is vital that you start to save towards that. If they do appear, though, well, obviously, it's RNG. It's 0.18%. I know it off by heart. So it's pretty shitty, but hopefully some people start to pull them. Um, but yeah, if you enjoy any of this sort of content, obviously there's nothing else to do. I'm not going to be building it on screen today. Just like I said, I'm going to play it smart and wait for God's blessing to appear. But if you do have any other questions or concerns or comments or likes or whatever it is, join our Discord. It is in the link in the description below. We do Discord specials for those that are a part of it and ask questions that I feel like can fit into a video. And of course, I do try to answer as many questions as possible in the comment section below. But anyway, have a fantastic Sunday for those that is Sunday in the world. And of course, I will catch you in the next one.